Hey everybody, it's Ayumi desu. I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a little, you know, kind of up to date about me and like what's going on. It's been hella stressful the last couple of days. With help from my nanny, she had gotten me a phone. Yay! So that was one. I had left Stillwater and went to another spa down in Providence called Modern Salon, and I will have videos of that and that whole, situation. Just so much has happened. One thing is that my dryer broke. And that was all crazy. I let my third floor apartment, they're going through some hard times, and I felt really bad. And I said, well, if it helps, especially with the winters, especially with the storms coming, that, oh, why don't you guys go ahead and throw a load in if you need to at least have some work clothes or, just, some freshen up clothes. And how I worded it to the girl, because it was the daughter of the mother who lived upstairs. I said to her, make sure, ignore my mom's cat. But I said to her, I said, just let me or my fiance know so I can go ahead and show you, or he can show you how the washer and dryer works. Mine's very, very fickle. You have to keep it on the highest or lowest of the lower settings. So anything from large down. It does go an extra large load, but what happens is it completely soaks the clothes. Like it literally, like if I took this t-shirt now, dump it in a bucket of water and lifted it up with water dripping from it, that's how it looks, because it doesn't spin enough. I guess it's too heavy. So it doesn't spin enough so the water will drain. You can't throw that in the dryer, because the dryer, for some strange reason, I have to do at least 2 turnovers for it to fully dry. So I think one of the heating coils were about to go. Well, she totally killed the heating core, because she not only did a humongous extra large load, she had that sopping wet, threw them in the dryer and let it go. Now, I wasn't here. I was at work. Michael was here, but he was doing stuff around the house, rearranging the bedroom, so he didn't realize the washer and dryer was going on downstairs, or he would have investigated and been like, excuse me, what are you doing? So we had no idea, and I came home later on that afternoon. It was my like second to last Saturday at Stillwater, and I come home and I'm like, you doing washing? Like, wow, like I normally do the washing. So that's why I was like, oh, babe. And he's like, no, it wasn't me. And I went, oh no. And I bumped into the neighbor when I came home. And she was telling me, oh my God, thank you so much for letting me use the washer and dryer. And I said, you're welcome, but she hasn't come and asked me about it yet. She needs to talk to me because it's very fickle. Oh, no worry. No, my daughter's, already doing it down. No, she didn't say she was already doing it. She's like, okay, well, my daughter's gonna then come and talk to you then. I said, oh, okay, as long as she comes and talks to me. And she was trying to help, like, oh, like maybe we can barter, for every hour of washing we do, I can help you like organize or something. And I was like, yeah, we'll talk about it more later. I'm pretty good right now. So that's end of that discussion. I ended up going to the house because I was freezing. And again, found out that, okay, I guess she has been doing washing downstairs. So I was a little nervous. So I've been meaning to try to catch her as she's going up and down the stairs. But with everything else we've been working on in the house, I really just totally lost train of thought. And they're really hard to get a hold of, too. They're not the type of person that will answer the door anyway. So anywho, go downstairs a little bit later. She left all the clothes that were already in the washer and dryer, and, well, actually it's the washer, and just stuck it on top of my dryer, which pissed me off, because it's like, no, if there's stuff in there, you don't touch it, especially when it's not your washer and dryer. Well, she goes and proceeds to leave it on top of there, so I just throw it back in the dryer. I had my work clothes, so I was like, all right, so I just need to get my work clothes done, so I'll have clothes for the rest of the week. I go down there about an hour later. It's not dry yet. And even though it was out, it should have been a little bit more air dried. So I'm like, I'll do it again. Then right before I went to bed, I was tired, and I told Michael to go check it, and he says, no, it was still damp. And I go, still damp, like semi-damp? Because if it's semi-damp, I'll stick it on a hanger and hang it up. It's not a big deal. He's like, no, like it was still wet. Like it just came out of the washer wet. And I was like, really? That's weird. So he goes and puts another load in. I wake up the next morning, like I didn't have to go to work until way like 11 or so the next day. But I come downstairs, it's fucking sobbing, still wet. Like it was still bloody ass wet. So I was freaking heated. I'm like, something's wrong. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And I was getting really nervous because I think something was definitely wrong. Well, it comes to find out, I went to go ahead and throw. I'm like, well, while it's in the dry, I'll put a load in the washer. As I put the load in the washer, I looked at the settings. And I never usually touch the settings except turn it on for regular and do its thing. I noticed it was on extra large. I flipped. You have no idea. I was so heated. And so obviously I've been trying to dry this one load this entire time. It's not drying. I come to the point where now I'm hanging all my clothes throughout my entire house on hangers to get something dry. Luckily, my mom had went away for Florida this weekend, and I had her car, and that's another thing I'll talk about. I had her car, so I was able to go ahead and just been coming here for the last couple of days and trying to get a bunch of the big stuff done. So when I go ahead and do smaller loads, I can at least have put them on a line. And so now downstairs, he went to go ahead the other day and take apart the dryer to see what was going on. It burnt out all the electrical. And if we had probably ran it one more time, would have probably caused a fire. That's how bad it was. There's water all underneath, like when you open up the back of it, underneath it, and in the whole venting system where, it would vent out the hot air. Was all full of water. It was disgusting. I was never so appalled in my life. I was so upset. And so, I haven't even confronted them about it because I'm about to probably go crazy 8 white girl shit on her, really badly. And, of course, we know that they're behind on rent, so there's nothing we can have to freaking do because I know, there's no way I'll get money from her to go ahead and get this shit repaired. Luckily, it was just it was the wash and dryer, so it was a $250 Craigslist find. So, we got what we paid for anyway. So we're just going to go look for another one. But it was still you're kidding me. I don't need this right now. Now, also, going back to the car situation. Sorry about that. My son came in the room. So now about the car. So for a while now, my car has been going through tons of antifreeze. There's no leak in the system. I have no defogging. I have really technically, if I can use the heat, but the heat will overheat the engine. So something's going on, and I had no idea what was going on. I thought it was originally, and was hoping, because it's cheaper, using, was the thermostat. Well, lo and effing behold, it wasn't the thermostat. Since I had my mom's car for the week, for basically since Thursday until tomorrow, I said, you know what? I'll just go ahead and drop it off. So I had it dropped off, and the guy couldn't even look at it until this morning, and he finally called me back and told me, I got some bad news. You may want to be sitting down. Now, I had just went out for a brunch with 2 of my friends and my son. So I was like, oh, what is it? Is it the heating core? Because I totally figured it was the heating core, even though I wish it was the thermostat. He goes, it is the heating core. I knew it was going to be a little bit more pricey than usual because with the heating core, it's built into the dash. Unfortunately, you have to lift up the whole dash. Sometimes you have to take the steering column off in order to get at it. That's how obnoxious this is. The part's between $35 or $65. And then you have all that work, and it's an all-day affair. So anywho, he goes, are you sitting down? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sitting down. He then proceeds to tell me that it's $1,000. I vomited. I literally, not even kidding you, threw the phone down, got up, and vomited. because I really do not have $1,000 to fix my car. I went, are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you no joke right now? He's like, no, I'm dead serious. So I'm hurting. I'm like, okay. And I said to him, well, let me see before I can promise you to work on anything, because I don't want to go ahead and do anything until that. So I proceed to call Jason. Jason's like, I would totally help you if I could, but I have like $200 in my bank account. And I go, I understand. I only have like $300 that I was willing to go ahead and dish out to get this car fixed today. So I don't know what to do. I wasn't prepared for, like, I knew it was going to be a job. But the guy pulled also, because I'm a woman, pulled the whole thing, oh, well, we need to go ahead and get a heating core from, the dealership. And usually when they say that, they're trying to mock it up. And I get that. They do that a lot. Especially I'm a girl, I don't know anything. But I already told them, I said, I would like you to take a look at my cooling system. I'm hoping it's the thermostat, but I don't think it's the thermostat. I really think it's the heating core. Get out, kitty. My mom's cat's in heat. So I'm like figuring out what to do. So I explained to him, and he says, no, you can go ahead and get a heating core. You don't have to go through the dealership. So they're overcharging us. However, he says he didn't know a guy that would be able to go ahead, will be able to do the work. He does this stuff on the side, that he would go ahead and do the work for us, either one, cheaper, or if not, probably going to be about the same price. But I can pay in installments, which I can handle installments. That I can do. So I was like, okay, wonderful. I was like, okay, so let's go ahead and like, all right, well, you get on that. I'm going to look around for other places or other people who might know how to help me, get some other quotes and whatnot. I tried to call Sears because we have a Sears account with Sears Auto Center. So I called them to see if they do it, but they said they won't touch anything that will have to remove the dashboard or anything. They do basic stuff like tires, rotations, oil changes. They do more little mini maintenance stuff. They don't do like big heavy things like pumps and stuff like that. So unfortunately they won't touch it. And I was like, oh, okay. I am so upset. Like, I was not expecting this big thing to happen. Kitty, go away, kitty. This is Fluffy. She's like totally in heat because my mom like refuses to get her fixed, and she's driving me nuts. But yeah, so that whole thing is going on. It's like I can't even get ahead. And then there's another thing. I'm doing my taxes, and apparently I was supposed to receive a 1045. I used the Obamacare. I had gone through there because, because it's cheaper that way for me. So I'm able to go ahead and use it from that until me and Michael are married and we can go on each other's insurances. Especially with me changing my job, I won't be able to go ahead and have the insurance through my job anymore. Stillwater, because I went to use a different job. And because it's obviously under 50 employees, you have to. They're the only times they'll be able to cover. But unfortunately, it's not over 50 employees, so it's a little bit hard. So I said, okay, no problem with the situation. But I haven't received it. And I'm going through TurboTax like I normally do. And they said that it may take a little bit longer because they have to look. I'm like, I've never needed a 1045A or whatever it's called. Usually I would pull out my insurance card. This is Neighborhood Health Plan of Rhode Island. Show it to the tax person. They go, oh, okay. And check it off. Now I need the new form. We didn't do this last year or the year before. So where this coming from, I have no idea. So guess what? I voted for Obama twice, okay? I know a lot of people hate him, but he was definitely better than all the other alternatives. And I think he basically was shit handed to him. You can't expect being handed shit to make it into a fucking diamond. That's not going to happen. No matter if you have 4 or 5 or 8 years to do so. So, I know he's trying to do this great thing with the Obamacare and everyone to have health insurance, because everybody should have health insurance. They really should. Unfortunately, it shouldn't be we charged because it's still amount of money. It literally is like almost like I think like a money Ponzi type of scheme through the health insurance companies, because they really are not giving out affordable health care. Because it's not affordable. I don't give a shit what anybody says. It's not affordable. Number 2, also, I think another big issue with the whole situation is that it shouldn't be mandatory. Like, I understand if you can give out affordable health care, cool. Make it a little bit easier for people like us who, like, work, that don't have employment that does offer health care, that they can go ahead and offer, different plans that I can afford. Okay, that's great. I appreciate that. However, to go ahead and try to go after us at tax time and show proof, I think showing my ID card would have been proof enough. I should be able to type in my ID information and go, fine, look, it says neighborhood health plan, click on that, and then put in my health number, and been done. But no, they have to make it retarded. So I'm not even waiting, because now that I'm so heap up, I need to get that money so I can get my car fixed. Ugh, it's been driving me insane. Like, I really can't even right now. I can't even. Life is too hard. Like, really. So I'm all superly stressed out over this, and I don't know what to do. And I've been working on so many other videos. I have a couple of videos that I worked on, like a new segment that I want to do. Working on that. I had to redo one video because it looked like I was kind of bashing them, and I don't want to make it feel like bashing them. What the new videos that I'm planning on doing is Ready YouTuber. And, I'll come up with this flashy name for it later on. But what I wanted to do with this is basically go through different YouTubers and my, who are my favorites, who are not my favorites, who, the pros and cons of each one. And then it's for you guys to decide, because a lot of people, I see a lot of people fight over oh, this person's an amazing person. Well, no, this person's a fraud. And this person and one of the things I've been following is the Tess Holliday stuff. How she swindled a bunch of people. And I realize how much in social media people will bash that person. And not even bash, will just come to light and be like, listen, there's some issues. And there was Tess Holliday's fiance. I was following this one situation that I was reading. The husband of one of the fans was messaging up going, we've been trying to contact you. We tried email, we tried phone, we tried everything, and you refused to respond to us. We spent over $80-something on t-shirts and shit like that from you. We still haven't received anything from you. And, it's really bad that you can go ahead and keep going and profiting off of everybody and not giving back. And so, you're trying to, F your standards. I get that. And I, Tess, I do believe in that. It should be good for big girls like us, that we should be able to go ahead and be kind of a sex symbol, that we are still just as beautiful as the girl who's size 0 and doesn't eat anything. I get that. I understand that, and I understand what you're fighting for. However, there's so many, there's a big debate on that. But just because of what she's been doing to her fans and not getting the refunds that they demand. And so the the fiance of Tess had replied to that gentleman about the situation and goes, you shouldn't be bashing her, blah, 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 blah. If there's an issue, you need to contact, blah, blah, blah. And I automatically left a message right under him, and I said, Mr. Holliday, I'm going to explain something to you. As much as it's very admirable that you're going online right now and trying to defend your fiance. That's all great and dandy. However, if there was an issue, and he stated in his comments that there was an issue, it was just so overwhelming, they couldn't keep up with it. And I get that. If it was an issue of production and whatnot, I get that. That happens. However, you shouldn't be talking. Nobody, no representation, nobody. I don't want to hear, if I was me, I don't want to hear from nobody but Tess herself. I want to receive an email saying, I do apologize. Production has gone a little bit overwhelming for me because it's just me and just a few people that are doing all this. So it is going to take some time. Please be patient. I will estimate that you will get your stuff between this much. And once I send yours out, I will send you an email notification. If you do want a refund, however, please let me know and blah, blah, blah. Say a public statement. She has not. Now, she said she had one, which she did through a third source or party, apologizing for all that. And if there's any issues, to please contact so-and-so wherever to get your either refund or see where your package is. But they've hung up on people. It's not done right. So I called him out on it. Like, no one wants to hear from you. No one wants to hear from a representation. We want to hear from Tess herself. We want to hear her with a video like this on her phone, if possible. I am sorry. I'm so sorry how everything is. It's only done by this many of people. We're really sorry about the production of getting these shipped out to you. However, I am more than willing to go ahead and assist you if you want to go ahead and comment or whatever. She just blocks people and ignores them. And now people have to go and claim their credit cards and stuff and purchases from that person as fraud. And that's tough. And that's, she's making a bad name for herself. And it's really tough too, because there's so much about her that's a little bit tough, especially about her weight size. Now, she states she's, and not to go off on a tangent, and I didn't mean to go off on this test tangent because it not supposed to go like that. But another big thing about her, she's supposedly a size 22 in jeans or torrid size jeans, okay? I have something to confess. I'm a size 22 in torrid jeans. They're a little bit bigger on me. So I have that much room, okay? I am not as big as her. Her arms are diesel. Her legs are very I got a pouch, yes, but my legs are not like hers. And she's apparently the same height as me. So I really understand that you're, advocating for the plus sizes and that there should be plus size model and we should be recognized. I get that. But then I question what truly is her real size. But you know what? It's not even that. And to also defend that whole situation, because there's a whole nother world that are fighting over that topic about she's not really a size 22, but every size is different. In Torrid, now I've read an article, she's a size 22 in Torrid standards. I'm a size 22 in Torrid standards. And my fiance can say to me, he goes, you are not her size. There's no effing way. He goes, because that is nasty. That is just gross. He goes, you're attractive. You have curves. That I don't know what the heck that is. He goes, there's cottage cheese on her arms and legs. And she has literally no ankles. And that's his opinion, not mine. I think she's fine. But again, she, in my opinion, I'm worried about her health-wise, believe me, because even though diabetes run in my family, I have no diabetes whatsoever. I have a great heart, great set of lungs. I had gone through all my health checks. The only thing is I have a very large BMI. Whatever. It's fitness runs in my family. I don't care. It's not. It has no qualms against me. But, there's questions. And then that's another thing, like I said, going on the tangent, but about my next segment is having these discussions about people, saying, really, should you go ahead and be a follower of Tess. And as an example, as a follower of Tess or a follower of Michelle Phan, and stuff like that, which I am going to go through each and every one of who I have subscribed, who I know of that I'm not subscribed to, and go ahead and discuss a lot of things and breakdowns. So, sorry about that. That was my son. He's upset because Uncle Adam won't let him play video games. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, is just talk about things and throw a debate up there. I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, and this is a big disclaimer. I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus about anything, about how they use their channel. It's just, my opinion. If what my opinion is of them, and if I say go ahead and watch them, don't go watch them. It's kind of like, a movie review. Yes, watch this movie. Go watch a Star Wars movie. It's phenomenal. Or say, I hate Star Wars, but Tui, I can't believe I said that because I love the Star Wars movie. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Just kind of like a review. But reviews on YouTubers, I don't think if anyone's really have done it. So why the heck not? All right, guys, I just wanted to go ahead and give you a recap. I am trying so hard, and I have done so many videos. They're just not finishing editing. And with me now, finally, with just now me working with one job and not juggling the two jobs, I'll be able to get things done. But I'm going to work a little harder so I can get my car fixed, so I'm not having any more car issues. So give me some praise, or not praise, prayers, that my car will get healed up soon and things will be fine. And send me some love. Like if you like this video. Subscribe if you want to come and follow me and do my craziness. You'll also probably, just so you guys know, we might see some old videos that I might be popping on my YouTube that of my Euphoria days. So if you do see them, check them out. It's just back in the day with me going through my journey of becoming a cosmetologist. So check it out and leave a comment below. And give me hate, give me love, give me whatever you want. Because it doesn't matter to me. Well, it does matter to me. I love the love. The hate, I don't care. I'll ignore. But whatever. All right, you guys have a great day. Love you.